Hello student, welcome back. Today I have a new topic, Footprints Without Feet, written by H.G. Wells. About the author, let us read about him. H.G. Wells, his full name was Herbert George Wells. His date of birth was 21st September 1866. He was born at Bromley, England, United Kingdom. His death was on 13th August 1946. In 1895, Wells became an overnight literary sensation with the publication of the novel. What was the name of the novel? The Time Machine. The book was, what is the time machine? The book was about an English scientist who develops a time travel machine. He published the book The Island of Dr. Moreau in 1896 and also The Invisible Man in 1897 and The War of the Worlds in 1898. The Island of Dr. Moreau told the story of a man who encounters a scientist conducting the gruesome experiments on animals, creating new species of creatures. Before starting the story, let us read about some concepts or questions. Can a man become invisible? This is a story of a scientist who discovers how to make himself invisible. Another question, does he use or misuse his discovery? That was the very question we will discuss about in the chapter reading. Key points. Number one, key points. It is a very good synopsis is given. Let us read. Griffin, a scientist, discovers a rare drug which can make a person invisible. His landlord dislikes him and Griffin wants to take revenge on him. He swallows the drug and puts the house on fire. He puts off the clothes, become invisible and runs away. It was cold weather and he felt the need of clothes. He sleeps inside a clothes store, had meal and slept at night. In the key point 2, two attendants chase him in the morning and he was again homeless and clothesless. He loots a shopkeeper of a theatrical company and catches a train to Epping village to live in a village. The money of loot doesn't last long. He steals money from clergyman's desk to pay the rent. Suspicion falls on the scientist when he pays the rent. Mrs. Hall finds the room of the scientist opened. She wants to look into the room. A hat springs up and hits on her face. The chair of the room becomes alive and forces Mr. and Mrs. Hall out of the room. Suddenly, Griffin appears from nowhere. When Mr. and Mrs. Hall inquire about the theft, Griffin gets angry and he removes the bandages and false nose, and now he was headless. The constable is called to arrest the headless man, but he is wounded by the invisible scientist. Let's move towards the main text and we will start reading from the beginning. Here some questions and queries are given at the beginning. So can a man become invisible? It is quite impossible in the reality, but somehow Dr. Griffin had invented such drug that the consumption of this drug make a man invisible. Obviously, Dr. Griffin was a great scientist, but he misused his science. So, here in this chapter, we will get Uses and the bad uses of science. Science is good, but misuse or use it in the wrong way, it is a very bad thing. Let us read about it. The two boys started in surprise at the fresh muddy imprints of a pair of bare feet. What was barefooted man doing on the steps of a house in the middle of London? And where was the man? Actually, two boys were searching for a man who was leaving the footprints, but the man was not visible. It was matter of surprise for the two boys. That's why they were searching for the man. Here the question is like that: what was the barefooted man doing on the steps of a house? Steps means stairs. So at the very entrance of a man, at the very entrance of the house, a man left the footprints, and that made the boys confused. What was the man doing when the man was not visible, but the footprints were visible? In the middle of London, and where was the man? They were not finding. Next paragraph. As they gazed, a remarkable sight met their eyes. A fresh footmark appeared from nowhere. Nowhere means the person was not visible, only footmark was visible. Further footprints followed one after another, descending the footsteps or descending the steps and progressing down the street. Further footprints. Here two boys were searching for a man who left the footprints. Another, once again, the footprints are moving. Now this time the footprints are moving from inside to the outside of the house, and it was going to meet the road. The boys were following these footprints, and fascinated means they were very much charmed and little bit confused also, until the muddy impressions became fainter and fainter. So the footprints were visible for certain distance, but after some time it was little bit invisible also. At last disappeared altogether. After some time, when the boys were following, after some time the footprints were not there where they supposed to have been. The explanation of the mystery was really simple enough. The bewildered boys or confused boys had been following a scientist who had just discovered how to make human body transparent. So this was like the procedure going on. A scientist who had invented a drug, consumption of this drug make a man invisible, and he might be using this way and making people confused. Griffin, the scientist, had carried out experiments after experiment to prove that human body could become invisible. Finally, he swallowed certain rare drugs and his body became as transparent as a sheet of glass, though it also remained as solid as glass. So what was told here? Griffin was a famous scientist. He carried out experiment. He did experiment after experiment. So he was researching and researching, and after that he proved that he could make human body invisible. And finally he took the certain rare drug or medicine, and his body became transparent, means looking from this side to that side. But his body was stiff like glass, but it was transparent too. Brilliant scientist though he was, Griffin was rather a lawless person. This is very important line in this chapter. Why was he called lawless man? Because he could not abide by any law, or he did not abide by any system. His landlord disliked him. So where he was living on rent, the man did not like him and tried to eject him. The man tried to eject him or turn him out from the house. So Griffin was very much angry, and he wanted to take revenge. Therefore, he set fire to the house. He get away without being seen. He had to remove his clothes. Thus, it was that he became a homeless wanderer, without clothes, without money, and quite invisible, until he happened to step in some mud and left footprints as he walked. So he was quite invisible. He was invisible, and his footprints were not all the time visible unless he kept his feet on the wet mud, and that muddy fruits are giving impression or footprints. In this way, setting fire on the landlord's house, he left the place, removing the clothes and becoming invisible. So, what was happened next? He escaped easily enough from the boys who followed his footprints. Now, in this way, he escaped from the boys who were always behind him to catch him. But his adventures were by no means over. He had chosen a bad time of the year to wander about London without clothes. So it was a very bad time because the chilling cold wind was blowing at the time, and he was without clothes, and therefore he had to undergo the extreme cold condition. It was midwinter and the year was bitterly cold, and he could not do without clothes. So he had to think about the clothes, where to manage and how to manage the clothes, because he was without clothes for a certain period of time when he was invisible. Instead of walking about the streets, he decided to sleep into a big London store for warmth. So there was one storehouse. Actually, it is a departmental store for selling certain things like food and clothes and all these things, and he decided to enter there. It was obviously the evening time and closing time for the departmental store, and he arrived there. As soon as the doors were shut, Griffin was able to give himself the pleasure of clothing and feeding himself without regard to expense. He was not thinking about the cost of these things. He was only enjoying, because when the shutter was closed, that time he was only a single there in the departmental store. He was enjoying the warm clothes, he was enjoying the food and drinks and all these things. He broke open the boxes and wrappers and fitted himself out with warm clothes, soon with shoes, an overcoat, and a wide brimmed hat. He became a fully dressed, visible man. In the kitchen of the restaurant, he found cold meat and coffee also. So, in this way, he was arranging all the things from the box, warm clothes, and he was also wearing overcoat and hat. He was a wide brimmed hat, and after that he managed the food also from the fridge, meat and coffee, and he followed up the meal with sweets. He also took the wine take from the grocery store, and finally he settled down to sleep on the pile of quills. So it was like a fine bed was there, and he slept on this bed after consuming lot of food item. If only Griffin had managed to wake up in good time, all might have been well. As it was, he did not wake up until the assistants were already arriving next morning. So, when the next morning came, Griffin did not wake up early because he was sleeping after taking the wine. So his mood and body was unfit for waking up early, and therefore it was a time when all the assistants and the boys came for the opening the department store, and after that they found a man was there, a strange man was there. When he saw a couple of them approaching, he panicked and began to run. He began to run, and they naturally gave chase. In the end, he was able to escape only by quickly taking off his newly found clothes. So, in the departmental store, he applied the new clothes warm clothes, but once again he had to remove all these clothes to make himself invisible, otherwise he would have been caught. So once more he found himself invisible but naked in the chill January air. This time he decided to try the stock of theatrical company in the hope of finding not only clothes but also something that would hide the empty space above his shoulders. Therefore, he decided to try his luck in the another place. Now this time it is in the theatrical company. One famous lane was there where many theatrical companies were there. The name of the place is Drury Lane, and he went there. He wanted to cover up his body with some clothes, not only his body but all the body parts like head, eyes, neck, all these body parts he want to cover to make himself visible. He soon, when he went to Drury Lane, at the center of the theatre world, he found a suitable shop there. He soon found a suitable shop. He made his way invisible. So he made his way invisible upstairs. So first of all he entered the shop. Then he went to the first floor and he came out a little later wearing bandages around his forehead. So for making visible his forehead, he wore the bandage, and dark glasses on his eyes he also wore. He also took the false nose, big bushy wide whiskers like mustache, and a large hat also he also wore. To escape without being seen, he carelessly attacked the shopkeeper from behind. So not only he satisfied with getting all these things, but at last before going away he attacked the shopkeeper, and with he robbed him all the money he could find. Eager to get away from the crowded London, he took a train to the village of Epping, where he booked 2 rooms at the local inn. So now he came to a place that was known as village Epping. After catching train, he came to the place and he booked 2 rooms there instead of 1. The arrival of the stranger at an inn in winter was in any case an unusual event. Normally people do not go the village areas in the winter. So one man has come and taken the room on rent. A stranger of such uncommon appearance set all tongues waggling. So this man was quite silent and his appearance was quite uncommon. So Mrs. Hall, the landlord's wife, so Mrs. Hall, she was the landlady and made every effort to be friendly with that man. But Griffin had no desire to talk and told her, "My reason for coming to Epping is a desire for solitude." Solitude means loneliness. So what did he say here? That don't disturb me. I don't want to talk with anyone else. I came here only to get peace and solitude. I do not wish to be disturbed in my walk. Besides, an accident has affected my face. Actually, you have seen the bandages on my head, forehead, and uncommon appearance I had because I met with an accident. That's why. Satisfied that her guest was an eccentric scientist, now Mrs. Hall came to the conclusion that scientist must be a mad one, and in view of the fact that he had paid her in advance, Mrs. Hall was prepared to excuse his strange habits and irritable temper. Mrs. Hall was prepared to excuse his strange habits. Actually, Mrs. Hall wanted to know many things about the strange man, like his strange habits, like his angry behavior, but the stolen money did not last long. and presently Griffin had to admit that he had no more ready cash. He pretended, however, that he was expecting a check to arrive at any moment. Actually, when he booked the room, that time he paid some cash, but it was not enough. After some time, when Mrs. Hall asked for money for the room, he told that I have no ready cash. So you have to wait for for some time, because I am waiting for a check to come, and when it will come, then you will be paid. So in this way, the suspicion and curiosity around the man was increasing, and he was going to make many disturbances after that. In my next video, you will see that many disturbances he was creating, and he was making the life of other people in danger. Till then, goodbye to all of you. Meet you once again in my next video.